Hey guys, and welcome to the J and K Show. This is our Monday edition. We're recapping all of Sunday Night Football. We're recapping all the Sunday afternoon and morning games. We're going to get into it. This is our Week 9 recap, I do believe. Oh, Jason froze.
Oh, no, he didn't.
So I believe it's Week 9 recap, or is
Unfortunately.
this Week 8? I think it's
This
Week
is
9.
week 9,
So we're going into Week 10
going into week 10.
after tonight's game. God, that's
Mm-hmm.
awful, guys.
It's
Is
going
that not
fast. It
the
always
worst thing
goes
you heard?
fast.
It got to be the worst thing you heard today. All right. We're going to start with the bullshit game, in my opinion, the absolute bullshit game. I put on
Yep.
here the Colts could hold. They couldn't even hold them. I don't
Mm-mm.
know why we didn't get a single holding penalty that I can remember. Can we try that? Maybe they won't
Yeah.
call it. They could not block the edges the entire game. And the Colts, I mean, yeah, we lost. We lost by 7 with 6 turnovers in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you in the what do they call that? The I can't think of the word. The things you put everything away for lock and key. The almanac, maybe.
Ah.
The almanac of games in history. I bet almost no football team has had 6 turnovers and only lost by a touchdown.
Yeah, it was pretty
And
bad.
all of the time.
Yeah. I like how you're starting to see the memes of everybody, oh, Daniel Jones is Daniel Jones again.
Yeah, hey guys, you
Come
guys have
on.
Daniel Jones. You didn't remember that it's
Oh.
Daniel Jones?
Yeah. Like, dude,
Come on.
he still threw amazing balls yesterday. He made plays. Historically, Indy does not play well in Pittsburgh for whatever reason. I think
Yeah.
I saw yesterday that Indianapolis is 1-16 in their last 17 in Pittsburgh. So
So we probably would have
yeah,
won if we played at home.
we if we played at home, we probably would have won. Yeah, but there's something about that air down there. It must be the steel mills and stuff, but I don't know. The Yinzers down there, for whatever reason, they have an effect on us, and I don't know why. But we gave them way too many short fields,
Yeah.
and I
So
mean
many.
they didn't really have to do much. We
Mhm.
gifted them probably 17 points.
Did you
So
leave the game at all impressed with their offense, though?
no, with
Like, not
Pittsburgh,
even a
no,
little bit,
absolutely
right?
not. No, not even
Okay.
a little. Like
I,
they had a couple of good drives, and
but
I mean
like,
they have guys that can ball, but I wasn't impressed. I mean, if you told me that we were going to go into Pittsburgh and we were going to have 6 turnovers, I would have told you it'd probably be 42-10.
yeah.
Like they
Yeah.
probably should have killed us like bad. And kudos to our defense; they played pretty solid given the circumstances that they were put in.
Hmm.
But yeah, just give them credit. I'm sure those guys were tired of getting told that the defense was trash and somebody
Hmm.
put a casket up and said Steelers defense was dead.
Well,
I'm
JJ
I'm sure
Watt
they were
was
tired of
hanging
hearing it.
out. The JJ was hanging with the team because his brother was out there playing. I
Mm-hmm.
saw somebody make a comment of like, yeah, they had to have JJ Watt commentate 2 Colts games in a row so it wouldn't look crazy obvious when he's commentating Steelers Colts. And I'm like, I'm starting to wonder why he was suddenly commentating our games. Maybe
Yeah.
that was it. He was like, "Hey, can I do the Steelers Colts?" And they're like, I mean, if you do
Well,
Colts Titans,
I think it's pretty common knowledge that him and Ian Eagle are the number 2 commentary team. So
okay.
they're getting they're getting Colts at least aren't getting that annoying chick anymore.
I disagree a little, and that's not saying that she wasn't annoying. What I'm saying is
Mm.
they were annoying yesterday. They were the
Eh,
most annoying they've ever been. If I have to hear or see the special teams coach with his huge chaw of bubblegum in his mouth another time this season, I might lose
yeah.
my crap, dude. I could not believe how many times they talked about it. How many
Mm-hmm.
times that became the conversation? They didn't even score on special teams. It's not like they got a kick return. They didn't do
Yeah.
shit. They got
Yeah.
one
Well, they got the
fucking
one
muff.
muff.
They got
Yeah.
a muff. Downs, it bounced off Downs. Wow, what a great play for the Steelers. It was a lucky fucking bounce. Why
Yeah.
are we talking about this fucking coach with this
I don't
jaw?
know.
Yes, he's got a
Yeah.
jawline better than a 60-year-old would. Why do I fucking care about that? You guys had nothing better to talk about?
Apparently
I
not.
can't even believe it. I'm like, there's so many things to talk
Mhm.
about.
He reminded me of the old Mr. Magoo cartoons. Is what he looks like. Just a busted out old man. He could probably still kick my ass, but
I start
you know
calling
he's
him Coach Bubba Gum. Like, I don't fucking care, man. I don't
yeah,
care.
Coach Bazooka.
Yeah. It was ridiculous. I was so annoyed. I thought that the Downs muff was a bad sign of things to come. It
Yeah.
really was. I told you late in the game, I was like, hey, we're still winning this game, right? And to my credit, if we would have just stopped it from being 6 turnovers, if it would have just been 5,
Yeah.
I actually do think we would have won. Because perfect timing. Sorry, bud, you're wearing the Michigan, but Roman Wilson, perfect timing. What the hints of the quarterback for the Texans? It was ironic that JJ was the one calling that game because we put a Texan player in midair once and caused the fumble. It was either Schaub or his backup or somebody at the time.
It was Sage Rosenfels, man.
Rosenfels. See, and as soon as Roman went up for that
helicopter.
hurdle, I was like, oh, here we go. Like I was jumping up before we forced the fumble. I really thought we were about to go down there and make it a game and make it real just disgusting.
Yeah.
But of course, we could not block the edges.
No.
They were just firing off the edge and going right around Ryman, right around Braden Smith. Braden Smith got whooped like he did last year and the year before. That was the first time this year that he got whooped. And you were like, why did we pay him again this season? The other seasons we were saying, wait a minute, is he an elite tackle? Why are we paying him like an elite tackle? He got whipped, and that was the main reason we lost. I look at it and I'm just like, do we beat this team with 5 turnovers? And I'm fairly convinced that we would have pulled out an overtime win on Pittsburgh. They just were not impressive. They weren't.
Yeah, we definitely lost to a worse team. I mean, they're not the worst team, but
we beat better teams. The Broncos, the Chargers, in my opinion, they're better than Pittsburgh.
100%. They have nothing. There's really nothing there to threaten anyone, you know, and it's just we beat ourselves again, you know, and just like the Rams, it was 27-20. We beat ourselves. Way too many turnovers. The line got the whole line got their asses whooped. I mean, Jones got sacked a few times, fumbled.
Got beat a few times. It was it was not good.
Yeah, it was probably the worst performance I've seen out of our line in 2 years.
Yeah.
As a whole, anyway, you know, you can come back and look at Ryman's rookie years. He got worked quite a few times. Braden got worked a few times last year. But I will give, I'll give Smith credit. So far this year, he's been formidable. He's done pretty good on holding down that right side, but yeah, yesterday, man, TJ worked him over. I mean, it was not even close. Yeah. He was getting through almost every single time, and you can't have that. And I don't know how many tip balls that freaking Cam Hayward had. I mean, he's still doing it. He's fucking 106. So the fact that he's still playing is amazing. I mean, kudos to him. He's still balling big time. He's a dog, but yeah, we got to get those guys' hands down. And I think I watched the post game, and Quentin was answering some questions. He's like, "Yeah, this just makes us need to focus a lot more, and we'll be better when next time we come out." And I'm almost feel sorry for what they're about to do to the Falcons. Like I have flashbacks of when he did that stuff. I think it was against the Rams a couple of years back when he pulled and just wham. Well, so we might get that coming back.
I worry about the Berlin game a little because to try to get our momentum back, the flying overseas could be one of the only things that would maybe stop it to some degree. But I do expect us to answer back. You know, we had two 100-yard receivers in this game. We hadn't had a 100-yard receiver all season.
Yeah, well, because Taylor gets 800 yards a game.
Right. Taylor didn't get going. I would have liked to have seen the ball go through Taylor a little more in the beginning. It didn't feel like we were making him a focal point in the beginning of the game. It felt like we immediately went into play action. And that gives them time to get around the edge. I think that really played into what they were trying to do. And I thought once we had the first drive, and I think that Steichen and them thought, well, we got it figured out. I think that once they started to present stuff, I would have liked a lot more quick stuff in the second half. I think that we started trying to get the deep ball and, you know, holding the ball in certain situations. They were creating a circle pocket around him by going so hard off those edges that he couldn't have his 7-step drop because then the guy's right behind him to swat on the ball. I would have liked to have had some more quick stuff and run the ball better in the second half. So hopefully we respond a little bit. The Steelers just didn't have anything going on. They were feeding off of what they could cause to happen. They couldn't do hardly anything. It was actually one of those games where it's like, oh, so we're going to lose because we're playing a notable team, like a hierarchy of team. But they weren't playing well enough to win that game. Like, if we don't have all those turnovers, no offense, I think we would have beat their ass badly. 42-20. Like, we should have beat their ass. Their offense is nowhere near as what we are, and like we could have by one less turnover made it an overtime game. So it's disappointing. We kind of feel like we let them off the hook a little. They did point out that we've had like the 5th easiest schedule or 3rd easiest schedule through the first half, and now we're going to have the 4th hardest. And it's like, okay, 2 of them are against Jacksonville, 2 are against Houston. Yeah. Those teams don't look as good as the Colts. Like, we're going to sit here and be like, not only will the Colts lose to a Steelers or a Chiefs or some other people are going to talk crap and say we're going to get killed. Well, we're going to start losing to teams that are actually seemingly worse than us. Just for what reason? Because of Daniel Jones? I don't buy that. People are stuck in the past. No. This situation can't go 8 games. And then you tell me in game 9, oh, look, the Olympus has fallen. It's over. Like, a bunch of fake fans. I put fake fans. Yeah. I sent it out to all the guys, putting fake fan crap out there. Daniel Jones. I was like, oh, here come the fake fans. And I sent it out to like 10 different people and posts. Just why be so fake? Just come on.
Yeah. I've said, you know, if you would have told me in July going into week 10, the Colts would be 7-2, I would be like, oh, hell yeah. Who do we lose to?
Tied for first in the NFL. We beat the Broncos, so we have the tiebreaker. Like, we're still first in the AFC. We literally had a cushion. We couldn't drop a ball to Pittsburgh. Everything's just gonna fall. Everything.
Yeah.
Come on.
And who did we lose to? You lost at the Rams and at the Steelers. Like, well, that's what the Colts do. You know, we hardly ever beat the Rams and we hardly ever beat the Steelers.
Is it a bad loss if the only teams you lose to are playoff caliber teams? I mean, no. You just don't want to lose to them again in the playoffs. Like, we lost.
I mean, you could probably look at the Steelers loss and call it a bad loss just because the offense played so poorly.
Yeah.
But, so I mean, I think it's a bad loss, but you know, I think we needed it in some weird way. So, you know, now we go into Germany pissed off. You know, maybe we get some Scheissens, you know, this weekend. Scheissens. And then, you know, maybe we can lay some wood on Atlanta and then go into a bye week, get rested. Because after that bye week, immediately KC, you got Jacksonville, Houston, Seattle, San Francisco. Yep. I mean, we got gauntlets coming up. So. Yep. I think it came at a pretty good time. I mean, maybe to refocus things and put things in perspective. So, it is going to be a rough stretch to end the season, but I think we'll be all right.
Yeah.
I believe so. And I just want to say kudos to Jalen Jones coming back yesterday. He did an amazing job on DK Metcalf.
Yes, he did.
He played very well. He had a stupid penalty, but I mean, when you look at what DK was doing to Kenny, I mean,
He like
he's
slammed
sticking up for
Kenny
his guy.
after the play. Of course, it's
And
like,
then stood over him and like just stood over him. And
yeah,
he was like, okay, that's supposed to be a flag.
the ref
Why
was
isn't that a
right
flag?
there. And I'm
Yeah.
like, well, how do you think Kenny hit the ground just now?
Yeah.
He just tripped.
Well, if the ref pulled a flag out, it probably would have been a terrible towel. He's probably a fan.
Ooh.
Sue me.
I think that a lot of people would assume that we're just going to panic, but when you watch the way the Colts have played this year, why would you panic?
I'm not. I mean, I'm good.
And
6 turnovers, you only lose by 7.
If you've seen what the state of Indiana has done over the calendar year, why would you panic? Shut your mouth and enjoy.
Relax.
You're not going to win every game. The Pacers, they went to Game 7 against the Thunder. Did we cry and freak out every 3 times we lost to the Thunder? No, we just went to Game 7.
Like I did cry when Hallie lost his Achilles, though.
Of course. That's why I stopped there. Because there are grown men all across the world that weren't even a Pacers fan that was like in their feels, because that's going to probably be one of the most memorable injuries of all time.
Yeah.
So, anyway, little Pacer drop. I got some signage up here now, guys. Hey.
Nah, wait till February.
Moving on to the Bears and Bengals game. What a game.
Game of the year so far, I think.
It was unbelievable. My clip for this is called "They Got a Manangai."
Mm-hmm. They got cream of some Manangai.
Ooh. This game starts with a Charlie Jones kick return to start the game, and I thought, Bears are gonna bear. Here we go. But they went right down the field and scored right back. A DJ Moore touchdown to Caleb Williams on that trick play. Ben Johnson has them playing a fun brand of football. And honestly, the way Caleb Williams looked in this game, he had a lot of smiles on his face. He seemed very exuberant. If you block for him, I think that fun can translate into wins.
It could, yeah. I mean, he had so much to live up to. He had a lot of stuff put on his back, and going into last year, I think everybody saw the writing on the wall that Eberflus was gone. Anyway, like he should have been gone in the preseason, but I mean, I know why they waited. They waited to try to get Ben Johnson. So you knew it was going to be like coming into this year, it was probably going to look similar to last year. Yeah. And it has. Like they started out the same record. I think they started out 4-3 last year, but that's when they started to collapse. But now it's like, okay, you go into Baltimore beats the shit out of you. You come back, another road game at Cincinnati, and you have probably the biggest shootout, I think, since Mahomes Goff back in the day. And it was just incredible. I mean, what a game. And, you know, if I'm a Bears fan, I feel really good about where they're at, because this time last year, they gave up on a lot of games and they played like shit. And a lot of that's coaching. I know that. And Eberflus couldn't plan for shit.
That division, I mean, I know I already
it's up for grabs for everybody.
I counted out the Vikings, and we'll get to them, but they were impressive. And I look at it and I'm like, that division's going to be a dogfight again, bud. Like I thought that the NFC West was going to be pretty tough, but this division, not a losing record in sight. That is pretty amazing. Two of these teams really don't look like they have a shot in hell, but they keep picking themselves up after bad games. They both of them. So for the Bears, yeah, you should be feeling very optimistic. Colston Loveland, Cole Kmet goes out with I think it was a concussion, and Colston Loveland shows up finally And so you've got your first round pick making plays, which I've been saying
Mm-hmm.
it's a waste of a pick if he's not out there giving you a few catches a game in crunch time and
Yeah.
third down and touchdown. Like, you got to get him involved. He's got to be out there doing something. Colt Kmet goes down, he steps right in, and it's like, okay, he's the only tight end we're probably playing a lot of this game.
Yeah.
And kudos to them. I mean, I just there was 1,000 yards in this game.
Mm-hmm.
1,000 yards.
Yeah.
And
And
Higgins, he was
yeah.
amazing. This was like a
Yeah.
baton, but like a torch passing game from Flacco to fucking Caleb. And Higgins, the unsung hero, dude, his touchdown before the half was unbelievable. That
It was
fucking
disgusting.
one-handed just fucking
Yeah.
corner, like, I was like, oh,
That
no
was filth.
reason. It was absolute filth.
Yeah, I made DeAndre Jordan face when he caught that. It was like, But yeah, Loveland. I was really impressed with him. He looked like he was back in Ann Arbor. I had some flashbacks to him playing at Michigan. That's the stuff he did there, and that's why he was drafted as high as he was.
You had that guy Battle. He played too far back on the safety, and then when he come up, he tried to shoulder a grown ass man.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm the Bengals,
you gotta rap a little bit.
Oh my god, dude, we are running tackling drills every day, all day on defense. There's no scrimmage. There's no 7-on-7. There's no nothing. That defense is horrible. Two games in the last 2 games that they played, they've given up 1,000 yards of offense combined. Horrible.
Against the Jets and the Bears.
The Jets who can't even get a goddamn first down half the time, and they go out and they just dog walked them all day. And then, but I did like, I think it was Chase Brown and Jamar calling them out. Like, we got to make stops. This is ridiculous. We scored a go-ahead touchdown with a minute left. We need one stop, just one fucking stop. That's all we need.
40-some points out of hand. We're down 2 touchdowns with over 2 minutes left. You go down, you score. You go on onside
and you get the onside kick.
It bounces off the guy's cleat. You get it back. You score again. You're supposed to win that game, right? If you're the Bengals, you are absolutely supposed to win that game. And for Jamar Chase, I gotta feel for him, man. He's on the sideline, and you just could see how disgusted he was. Just like disgusted.
Yeah,
like
defeated. He was defeated.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody on that sideline that wasn't playing defense, everybody was they were beaten. As soon as Loveland broke free, I mean, you could just see the entire spirit of Cincinnati just leave. And it's really sad to see.
When you think about in the past, we've watched a lot of football in our life. This has got to be one of the most obvious indictments of a defense and the culture of that defense. Because how many times could we have said, this all-pro quarterback, they get like 35, 40 points a game all year. Their defense can't stop anybody. They fire the defensive coordinator. Star quarterback gets hurt. They bring in a 42-year-old quarterback, and he's putting 40 points a game, and they're still losing because of the defense. Yeah. You got to look at it and be like, my God, this is the biggest indictment on a defense possibly in NFL history. They really are that bad. They are doing it to an 0-7 Jets, and now the Bears with Caleb Williams, who this would be more stomachable, but the way this happened, it makes it as bad as the Jets game.
Yeah, they are historically bad, and they need to clean house. I think it's time. It's just time. They need to probably go ahead and get rid of Hendrickson, get as many draft picks as they can out of everybody. Yeah. You've probably got half of your budget wrapped up in Chase, Higgins, and Burrow. So, I mean, you got to figure something out if you're the Bengals. So, I mean, I think they need to just clean house. I mean, front office, coaching wise, they need to go out and they need to spend money on a good coaching staff. And draft. I mean, they have to hit home runs in the draft, which is bad. I mean, because they're not a good drafting team. They just aren't. I mean, you get obvious guys like T. Higgins and Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow. Obviously, you're going to draft them, but the downside is if you don't win anything in the first 4 years, you're going to have to spend a lot of money to keep them there.
Mm-hmm.
So every other area is going to take a hit. So you got to try to turn. I mean, the only positive thing on their defense is DJ Turner, and he's the only one I think that has any value right now.
Yeah.
So you probably want to keep him. He's your best corner, but everybody else is for sale. And I mean, I'm having a flash sale today if I'm the Bengals. I mean, I trade deadlines tomorrow, but I'm sitting here saying, just make us an offer, give us some draft picks, maybe a good comeback, come in player to, reserve guys here and there, but they got to do something because right now they are ass, pure ass.
Yeah. I thought it was good that the Bears won because I did not really agree on the T. Higgins touchdown he had, the one that bobbled a little bit. Honestly, I saw one more bobble where I thought, you know what? He didn't technically control it through the ground. And I kind of thought that maybe it wasn't a touchdown. So maybe the little bit of karma making it right in the world. I don't know.
Yeah.
As far as kicking in the game, I thought it was kind of interesting. Cairo Santos had 2 misses. One of them there was, I think, a penalty on, so he only got dinged for the one. But he didn't look good kicking the ball. Bring Moody back. He was doing fine. He was doing more than fine.
A little bit of a resurgence for him.
It, don't sit there and when you're getting good kicking out of someone, be like, well, our guy's healthy. Like, let's ride maybe a little bit of a hot hand a little bit. Wait for Moody to fuck up. Let the other guy get completely healthy. I don't even think that Santos looked healthy. I mean, like, you're going to put him in a situation, he's going to lose his job. Like, now he's not hurt. He's injured. He's healing, this and that. You're going to put him out there, and now he's going to lose his job because he's still not maybe right or doesn't have his rhythm or momentum. He's been out. I just thought, why didn't you have Moody? I mean, he just looked a little clunky. And then McPherson, I was pretty shocked that he was short on a 54-yard field goal. I know he's kind of a small guy, but I thought he had enough of a leg that he would able to get it to 60. Not me.
They came out and said that it was they actually kicked with a QB ball and not a kicker ball.
Oh,
so that could have a little something to do with it. But even then, I mean, they didn't start using K balls until a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And he was still bombing it from 55, almost 60. So,
yeah, I was surprised. Yeah, it fell short. It's not every day that kickers have their shit short, right? Like at the end of the day, you almost always go far enough. It's just if it goes in or not.
One way or the other, yeah. It's usually not short. That's why I was like, oh shit, it's right on target. He's going to hit it. Oh shit, short.
The one thing for Jamar Chase and them, I will say, is technically the Bengals, they actually did have 3 turnovers. So it's not like the offense played perfect. Obviously they played good enough to win games. That's clear. They had 42 points.
Yeah.
But you actually had 3 turnovers on 42 points. So Joe Flacco and them, they didn't play tight enough and clean enough to win the game. The onside kick, I mean, you had a lot of things go right and then turn around, and I mean, you still just had to get plays back that you wish you had. I mean, that's just the nature of the game. You don't know when you're going to need it and what it'll cost you a drive when you needed it most. So,
yeah, in the NFL, if you score 42 points, you're supposed to win.
100%.
I mean, that's just an inexcusable defensive performance, and it's trash all around.
That late pick to, I think it was Trey Edmonds, they were in the red zone on that. So it's just one of those if scenarios. That's just one of their 3 turnovers. So yeah, it's difficult for the Bengals at 3-6. I honestly thought they might, with who they were playing, that they might go on a little bit of a roll, and it would actually matter if Joe Burrow was ready to come back. Now I'm not so sure that they can dig out of the defense problem week in and week out.
I don't think so. Unless something dramatic happens, I think their season's over. Don't bring Joe Burrow back at this point. Just get him ready for 26. Take him to a lab, pump him full of HGH while you can, and let him get it. Let his body heal, and get him to July.
And
That's it. I don't want to see him on any field until July.
and it's awful disappointing because really for the Bengals, there's nothing to really do. Um, your offense will bring the fans in. Um, I guess you're just playing every player that you've got on roster for the
Yeah.
defense and seeing what you might or might not have because
You
you
have
just don't
to.
have it like you're not working on a young quarterback. You're not really running backs.
No.
There's not. I mean, Chase Brown's established as an okay running back. You don't have receivers. Like you don't really have anything that you're working on. I guess you could play every offensive lineman and every defensive player, but it's just like, yeah, the season's over.
Yeah, their offensive line isn't bad, but
Not enough to
at
get
this
Joe
point,
Burrow hurt every year, though.
well, yeah, but I mean, it's like right now,
Joe
given since
Flacco.
Flacco's been there, they're playing really pretty. They're playing better,
Yeah.
But on the defensive side, I think every single reserve needs to be starting now. You
Yep.
need to bring in your practice squad guys, your reserves, and you tell all the starters, look, we tried, you guys fucking suck. But I put the starters on the practice squad today and
Yeah.
say, you guys are horrible. Maybe it'll educate them and humble them a little bit. But if I was running shit there, that's what I would do. Everybody not named DJ Turner and Trey Hendrickson, you're on the fucking practice squad. Trey Hendrickson, you're probably getting traded anyway.
Yeah.
So, I mean, because I'm getting that vibe anyway. Because they just had a thing come out and say Jerry Jones said they made a trade, but he didn't say who. I think Hendrickson's about to go to Dallas. But yeah, I would say anybody not named DJ Turner, practice squad, or we're just going to release you. Start putting the reserves in, put the young guys in, call some guys who may be sitting at home on a couch, who may be a little bit hungry to play, get some free agents in there, and just start all over. Might be surprised what happens.
Yeah. I agree. Going on to the next game, the Vikings and Lions. This one was real surprising to me. Welcome back, McCarthy. Now, if you go to his stats don't like pop off.
Listen,
Oh, look how awesome it was.
stop it. Those
But
are just numbers. Let's move on.
But if you watched his game, though, if you watched
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
he looked awesome. Like
yeah.
awesome. So
Mm-hmm.
good. Um, I felt blown away. Both teams were getting to the quarterbacks and sacking them.
Mm-hmm.
But man, like the drives they had early in the game, the Viking touchdown right after Laporta's amazing touchdown that he had where he just drags as everyone into the end zone. The Vikings answer and Aaron Jones early, they were vibing. It's almost like Aaron Jones is like, that's my quarterback. I like him. Throw me the ball. I'll hit the holes right. I'll look like I'm 5 years younger. Like
Mm-hmm.
he was playing good. And their first two drives were touchdowns. Just awesome
Mm-hmm.
touchdown drives. And I was like, damn. And Jared Goff, he was uncomfortable all day long.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what in the hell happened there. I mean, the Lions go from looking like the best team ever assembled to, oh God, we're getting dog walked by the Vikings.
Yeah.
I think they had enough of the Carson Wentz experience.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, now they got JJ there. JJ looked really healthy. He was moving like he was supposed to. He looked like Michigan JJ again. Just
Yeah, he did.
not making explosive plays, but making the right plays.
Yeah.
And he ran when he could, when he had to. Checked down when he needed to. Didn't put the ball in a bad spot, in a dangerous spot. And he looked good for an entire game and not just a half.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's a positive for them. Detroit, man, they're going to be so hard to predict the rest of the year now. where it's
He
like, okay,
couldn't
are we
run.
going to be in sync? I mean, St. Brown went down for a minute,
Yeah.
which made my heart skip a beat, but
Montgomery got more carries than Gibbs. They couldn't run the
yeah,
ball.
Gibbs couldn't
Montgomery
do
with a
shit.
fumble. Montgomery's just running. Next thing you know, the ball comes flying out. And I'm like, holy shit. The ball's just bouncing.
Yeah,
Like they just popped
yeah,
it right out of his hands and just I was like, man, really uncharacteristic
yeah.
plays for the Detroit Lions. Like they got caught by a hungrier team at that point. I don't
They
know.
were definitely more motivated.
Yeah.
They looked like they were ready. I mean, they knew what was coming. So kudos to them. Vikings bounced back after getting the shit beat out of them and by the Chargers. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think JJ may be formidable now. I mean, he looks healthy and
I think I think that set did him good. Like getting healthy, watching Carson, like
mm-hmm,
playing early in the season, having some success and all that. Like he looked uber confident within himself. He wasn't
mm-hmm.
forcing anything. Like his rhythm. He felt like you look at his stat line. Oh, it's just okay. But he seemed to be in rhythm the whole game, complete
Yeah.
rhythm. And I'm like,
Yep.
man, it looks like he should have 300 yards. Like he should be fucking around right now and having 3 and
Yeah.
3. But I don't know. I was blown away by just his response first game back. I really was.
Yep, he did pretty damn good. I was a little torn to see Aiden sack him. I didn't know how to feel about that one. It was just one of those that this should be illegal. But, I was happy for both of them though.
Was it Wolverine on Wolverine crime? Huh?
Wolverine on Wolverine crime, man. I hate to see it.
Did you catch Justin Jefferson's cleats?
Mm-mm.
They were all gold on the bottom and like around the edge. So on one play when he was being tackled, his legs were flying up and they were just sparkling gold. I was like, okay, that's fucking cool. Like I didn't even know until he exposed the bottoms and they were like very sparkling gold. I was like, yeah, you have to go back and see if you can find a picture. They were pretty awesome.
Oh, and he got another touchdown, his second touchdown.
And
Hey.
you know what? Who played week 1? McCarthy.
Mm-hmm.
So McCarthy is like, that's my dog. Like I'm thinking about you all the time. And Wentz, he was over here like, hey, who's open? I need to get rid of him.
He forced it to Naylor all the damn time, and I don't know why.
Speaking of Naylor, he's the one that ended the play. What a back shoulder throw from McCarthy in crunch time to seal the game. I mean, it was beautiful.
That was beautiful ball.
That ball had zip on the money. Naylor turns, bam, it's right there. I'm like, ooh.
Kid plays dirty, don't he?
That was dirty.
That was filth.
Prior to that, Jameson Williams had an unbelievable touchdown catch.
Mm-hmm.
That was awesome. And then why is it every time there's a Minnesota play for like field goal blocks or something, Isaiah Rodgers has the
fucking Rodgers
every time. They've blocked that field goal, and there goes Isaiah Rodgers zooming down the sideline. I'm like, he has to have magnets in his hands. He gets the ball, it bounces perfect to him. He doesn't have to like really grab or stop to grab it. It's always like in stride, and he's fucking flying down the sideline. I'm like, how does that keep happening? He's like one of the best playmaking defenders in the whole league now.
Yeah. Why the fuck did you have to make bets, dickhead?
What did you bet on? Like, what are you doing?
He was here. We had him.
Like, oh yeah, I mean, I think Jonathan Taylor's going to go off for 100, but you can't do that because now you're fired.
Well, I don't think he was betting on Colts games. I think he was betting on other shit. It's just like, but you can't do that.
Freaking Calvin.
He was still he was betting on NFL games, but he wasn't betting on Colts games. But still, he's a dick for that.
But yeah, I agree. It does affect how we feel about the Lions. We already declared the Vikings they're not going to make playoffs. I still feel confident they will end up missing playoffs. But they're building something right with McCarthy. So you really don't make playoffs. It's not like the end of the world. Like you're building something that could be amazing next season. You never know. So for the Lions, I think what we got taught this week, and we're going through everybody, is the tops are not like they're not just by themselves.
Yeah, it's
There's
not set in
actually
stone
like
right now.
10 teams that are good, and instead of like 3 teams that are at the best of the world, it really was taught a lesson. I don't think tomorrow. I don't think we should do a top 5. I think we should just cover the trade deadline tomorrow
Yeah, probably.
and just talk
Yeah,
about
because
some
I
of the
don't.
moves.
Because my top 5 probably isn't going to change very much
Right, exactly.
anyway.
Like,
So I mean, we had some guys lose, we had some teams win, some other
yeah,
teams that won ugly,
yep.
stuff like that. So
Let's
yeah,
cover
I
the deadline. I know
let's
some
just cover
people
the
that
deadline.
have been traded. There'll be more that have been moved by tomorrow. I think we'll have
Yeah.
plenty. We'll have 6, 7, 8 guys to talk about. We
Mm-hmm.
won't need to do top 5 because there's 10 teams that all have a shot at 5 for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, moving on to the next game. Another shocker. Panthers
Upset of the week
beat the Packers.
in Green
On
Bay.
there, I put another misstep. What we were talking about with Green Bay. Another thing we're talking about with Green Bay is that it feels like they play down to competition at all
Yep.
points. They just never really feel like they'll blow people out. They just play with their food, and we don't know why.
Yeah.
The first thing I want to talk about is the uniforms. Do we like the uniforms? Are those
The
really
uniforms?
school Green Bay Packer uniforms, like the
Yeah.
very old school?
The uniforms were fine. The fucking helmets were ridiculous.
Okay.
And especially Romeo Dobbs' Guardian cap.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. It's like huge. He looks like Toad from Mario Brothers.
Speaking of, Xavier Williams fumble. They called that a fumble. That was not a fumble. And here's why. Push, forward progress was stopped, right? That's bullshit that we can,
only in Philly.
Yeah, that's bullshit that we call a push forward progress, no fumble. Xavier Williams catches the ball, he gets turned around a little bit, and then he's not going anywhere. There's 3 guys on him, and the next thing you know, another guy comes and punches it. Oh, ball's out. His progress was stopped. He wasn't going anywhere. I just felt like that was bullshit. What a bullshit thing to take the ball from them. Honestly, when I look at it, that was near the red zone. Like, that kind of cost them the game. So whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Total complexity of the game changes. That's early. That was real early. So I didn't like that. That pissed me off. Fuck Philly.
They're on bye this week, bro.
I don't care.
Leave them alone. Leave Philly alone.
How is Rico Dowdle like a top 5 running back just out of nowhere? Like he's so good out of nowhere.
Yeah, and how they didn't.
Hubbard is the backup by a lot. He had like 2 carries.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, this should have been their team from week 1. I mean, because they didn't hardly get anything out of Chuba. And it's like him getting hurt. Him getting hurt may have saved their season because if they're going to play Rico and start him, they look like they are a team.
Could they be 7-2 if they played Rico Dowdle?
Maybe 6-3. I might say 6-3.
So they got 1 more win. Okay.
Maybe, I think, but I don't know if I'm willing to say 7-2. But right now, I think they're about what everybody thought they were. A middle of the pack. 500 team. But going in
awful.
Well, yeah, but the way they've played this year, I don't think anybody gave them a shot to go to Green Bay and win.
No.
I know I wouldn't have.
Even before I knew that the Packers could be a juggernaut, I still wouldn't have picked the Panthers to go into Green Bay. Even then, if this was last year's Packers, I still wouldn't have picked the Panthers to beat them in Green Bay.
Mm-mm.
No,
definitely would not have. So, I mean, maybe we learned a little bit about Carolina, and then it's like, okay, well now, Legette's coming on, Dowdle's going off, Bryce isn't making stupid decisions. So, I mean, he's not playing great, but he's not playing bad. So, I mean, I guess that's good enough for them. Their defense is stepping up big time. But yeah, Jordan Love, man, he looked bad. He just looked bad yesterday. That I think it was the last pick that he had. It looked maybe he was trying to throw it out of bounds, but he didn't have enough ass behind it,
Mm-mm.
and it just kind of carried and stayed in bounds just enough for a dude to make a hell of a play on the ball.
And his other pick, I went back and I double checked to see what down it was. It was first down, and he threw a deep ball into triple coverage.
That was horrible.
I know that Christian Watson's back, and he already had a 50-yard catch once in the game, so I understand, but it wasn't close enough to be a completable ball. Like, you can't throw it and then not put it in a spot that your guy can compete for it.
Yeah.
That one was really bad. That was like out of character. I'm like, we just watched you have Aaron Rodgers like pass the baton officially to you on the night game, and then you come out here and you lay an egg against the Panthers. The 4th and 8 disaster they went for late in the game. He's just running around. He has no fucking clue what he's gonna do with the ball. No idea. Just freaking out. He could tell he's in full panic mode. Just like shit. I mean, I don't know. That was just how every team that looks good, they give us a reason to show that they're not as good. Like,
I think yesterday was definitely the week of the good teams taking a step back.
Right. Like, take
and like just you pump the brakes, kids. You know, Green Bay's still probably the best team in that division right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, they played down, like you said, and they let Carolina get away with one, you know, and like we did the same thing in Pittsburgh. We're so uncharacteristic. And it just seemed like this week was the week where the good teams kind of got a reality check, and they got brought back down to earth.
Did you say pump on purpose? Rico Dowdle did, for all the viewers at home.
I'm willing to chip in. I'm willing to chip in 50 if he gets a fine for that. It was only 2 pumps. You know, 3 pumps is the rule. Come on.
So that's really, it's hilarious that it happened. It's hilarious that there was a penalty. They've literally brought a Key and Peele skit to life. And so, like, how Hingle McCringleberry, the skit was that he thrusts 2 times, and then on the third, that's too many thrusts, and it's an automatic penalty.
Too many. Yep.
Rico Dowdle did 2 pumps and stopped, and they made a joke. The referees flagged him for unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah.
What? So
I was waiting for the referee to get down, like, towards his groin and be like, and just stare at it.
Is it too many, or is it just any pump? Now, honestly, if I'm Rico Dowdle, that just became my thing. That just became my thing. Now, I would caution him that his kicker, he missed the extra point because they got that 15-yard penalty. So it cost the team a point. So probably
that's
do it every time.
That's a kind of a Panthers tradition to get a penalty, and then your kicker misses the extra point that costs you the game. And that's what I thought was going to happen, because that DJ Moore did the same thing back in the day when he got that penalty for taking his helmet off, and then dude missed the extra point and they ended up losing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh shit, it's going to happen again, isn't it?
Oh man, I was actually a little bit hot when I found out that he was flagged. I was like, wait a fucking minute.
Yeah, it was only 2 pumps.
I know exactly. It was only 2. You know, Key and Peele decided a long time ago that it's 2 pumps is allowed.
Yep, 2, and that's it.
But other than that,
3 pumps is too much.
I thought Bryce Young played fairly well. His early game pick in the end zone, I was like, damn it. Like, I thought that was going to end up costing him, right? Because Green Bay, they should have won the game. But, again, they played around with their food. Kudos to the Panthers. Have a winning record.
Yeah.
And dare I say, they're actually probably in a winnable division. depending on what the Bucks do. And if the Bucks stay in charge,
Yeah.
then I expect them to. But they're not in the hardest of divisions. Let's put it that way. The Bucks
Mm-mm.
are the clear favorite. If they could have the Bucks sputter at all, they could actually be playing for a division late in the year where, in all honesty, one of them's going to the playoffs and hosting a game, and the other one probably isn't making it at all. That's what I would anticipate for the Bucks to be like 9-8 or 10-7, and the Panthers also be there, right? And then only one of them's going to make it. So, kind of interesting how that division looks after what we thought was the Bucks running the show, and now things are a little bit more condensed.
Yep, Panthers definitely entered the chat. So,
yep.
And with Atlanta losing yesterday, they're firmly in second place. So,
yep.
It's definitely, I think, it's going to be Panthers Bucks at least. I don't see Atlanta doing too much, but they're close. They are very, very close, but I just don't think it's quite their time yet. I think maybe next season, maybe into 27, that might be when the Falcons start putting it together. But yeah, I think Carolina right now is, if you take the Colts out of it, Carolina is probably the surprise team of the year, at least in my eyes right now.
Yeah.
Definitely didn't have them having a winning record after week 9, or picture them going into Green Bay and beating them, smoking Atlanta, shit like that. It's just like, wow. I mean, they're probably the quietest 5-4, but the surprising team nonetheless.
Yeah. Also, the Bears a little bit at 5-3 is surprising, I would say.
Yeah, a little bit. But I mean, I think everybody expected them to improve dramatically after Eberflus.
Yeah,
I think Ben Johnson's got them going in the right direction. I still didn't think they would be 5-3. I figured maybe they would be around 500. Yeah. But yeah, they're not. I don't think they're going to have that collapse that they had last year. They may have bad games here and there, but they're still a young ass team, and they're going to make mistakes. And the way that they won yesterday, when Adunze didn't have shit, they're going to be a tough out.
That they are learning how to win is actually what it is, right? They're learning how to win. What options are available to us to win? So.
Yeah, and the Panthers are doing the same thing too. The Panthers are learning how to put it together. Yeah,
run the ball, play defense,
Rico,
take the ball away. Yeah, their defense, honestly, sneaky good, right?
Sneaky good. Yeah.
I mean, I've always liked their corner,
J.C. Horn, man.
J.C. Horn. They have some good pass rushers. They've had better, I think, over the course of the years, but they still have good pass rushers. So, yeah. We'll move on to. I didn't have a lot on this game, but I do have some. The Broncos and Texans.
Ugh.
I put on there.
I'm so tired of the Broncos. I'm tired of them.
So tired. I put on there. They found a way again.
Yeah, they found a way to suck for 3 quarters.
Yeah, they just either they lose late because of themselves, or they find a way to make up for their bullshit late, and they win. Yeah. I mean, it's just every game's fucking close with them.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to win when you slam Stroud's head on the freaking ground and you knock him out of the game. Not saying it was dirty or intentional. So shut the fuck up.
We'll get into that.
Shut up. Wasn't intentional. CJ, I think, slid a little bit too late.
Yeah.
And I don't think it was a dirty hit by any means. But, having that happen, and it still took him a while to make a run after that. So,
yes.
It's like, God, it's like as soon as it hits like 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, Bo Nix is like, oh, shit, I'm in the NFL.
Yeah. It's like they remembered.
What in the hell happened? I thought I was just in Eugene, like beating fucking Ohio State. What the hell's going on?
Oh, duh.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Like, what a dick.
Yeah. Anyway, the Stroud hit. I also don't think that it was dirty because a lot of times you see the quarterback slide, they're straight on. The guy comes in, hits them in the upper area, which slams their head right off the turf. This
Mhm.
one, when he went to slide, he was a little sideways, his angle. It wasn't like perfect slide straight. It was a little angle. And when the guy come in at an angle instead of straight on. And when he hit him in the belly,
Yeah.
and the whiplash was still there for him to bang his head off. And I thought he
Mhm.
didn't aim above the torso, or really even
No.
hardly above the waist. I'm like, you really shouldn't, because if the slide is clearly on time, then I guess you do on semantics. Um, but it wasn't malicious. I've seen malicious,
No.
and
Oh
honestly, when
yeah.
I saw it, I thought, oh, watch out, because they got a guy on their side that'll be looking for Bo. Just wait. And I'm
Yeah,
honestly,
they had that. Just remember, they have Al-Shaair there.
yes,
So
I'm surprised that nothing happened. To be totally honest,
yeah,
because
I'm
he is
surprised
a
he
dirty
didn't do
player.
something. He is a dirt bag.
Um, Davis Mills, I mean, he did his best, but he's no
You
CJ
mean
Stroud.
Dougie? Old Dougie Mills?
Yeah, he's long neck. He didn't have anything going on. They were sacked 4 times total between him and CJ Stroud. There wasn't a lot of movement. They didn't have anything hardly going. I honestly think that it would be hard pressed to say that Houston wouldn't have actually won yesterday if Stroud was in the game. There was there was a lot of opportunities that Davis just wasn't able to make, even though he had rhythm a couple times on drives. So,
Hmm.
I mean, at the end of the day, kudos to the Broncos. You found a way to win. You got lucky. Uh, Yay for them. I mean, I
Yay.
looked at it, and as soon as I saw the Stroud was out, I was like, oh, well, good
Hmm.
for them.
Like, here we go. Here we go. They catch another break.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Um,
like, God dang it, man.
shout
Fuck
out
Denver.
Shout out to Autry, former Colt, field goal block. Shout out to
Yep,
Nico
always happy
Autry.
for him.
Yeah.
Traitor bastard.
So that's all I really had on that game. There was, again,
Yeah.
defensive ball game. I think what's sad is for Houston, they get a touchdown, they get 3 field goals. They had 4 scoring drives. The Denver ties the game with 2 scoring drives, and I'm like, in a roundabout way, that's kind of bullshit. But it is what
Hmm.
it is. They were able to stop and make them into short field goals. Houston, I just thought they kind of looked like they were better, which is
Yeah,
my
I'm
whole
just,
point on Denver. It's just sometimes teams just look better than Denver. But if you win, you win.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, kudos to them for, finding a way, but I'm just sick and tired of having to sit through and watch any sort of Denver games and just see Sean Payton on the sideline with his fucking Paul Stanley from Kiss face. Just just so unoriginal. I hate Sean Payton so much.
Anyway,
He's such a tool and he walks like a freaking runway model down the sidelines. Such a dick. I just hate Denver so much. Good team. I'm not too proud to admit when they're
they
good,
they're a good
but just
overall
hate
team.
them. Just hate them. I don't. Nothing against the city of Denver, but I mean your airport
You know,
sucks. But
dare I say that some of that Chiefs BS feels like it's rubbing off on the Broncos being in the same division. Like,
yeah,
to some degree, the way they're winning games is like how we've seen the Chiefs win, right? We're just like, man, the Chiefs they did not really play better than that team, but they still
hmm
won. Like,
yeah. When
that's
when
how
they
it's
if you
going
if,
right now.
if you give them the ball last, they're going to win.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes.
Yeah. So anyway, let's get out of that one. Moving on.
Yep. Fuck Denver again.
Falcons at Patriots. I think we were rewarded with a lot of good games this week because last week was shite, right? Because this was another good game.
Yeah.
A hat trick,
Another missed extra point.
not enough for the Atlanta. I have a friend of mine that I went to school with who's an Atlanta fan. He talked before the year hardly started that he did have his bottles of bleach ready. I believe him.
Mm-hmm.
That's how that works.
Yep.
The London plays were awesome. Everything London did was great. His one hand touchdown was amazing. His hat trick he had. Um, he probably had one of the best games of his career, in my opinion, because almost every one of his catches seemed like a contested ball, and he just took
Mm-hmm.
it every single time. And I just like,
Yep.
damn, like he's growing the fuck up. Like that was a good
Single
ass game.
single-handedly beat me in fantasy yesterday.
I'm sorry to hear.
Single-handedly. I know you're not. But yeah, he puts up over 40 fantasy points. Like, god damn, isn't there Kyle Pitts or somebody the fuck else you can throw to? I mean, just stop the bleeding. That's all I wanted. I just like,
have
okay,
him in your
25 is
league.
enough.
Yeah, I have him
Yeah,
in
but
your league,
that's
and
fine. I wasn't playing you this week.
I know you're lucky because I had like
Yeah.
plenty of points to go around,
Mm-hmm.
and your cousin got the shit kicked out of him. So
I know. He deserved it by doing some stupid shit that you benefited off anyway.
I know. I can't
But
wait to win the championship this year.
calm down.
Calm down. Anyway, Parker Romo, dude, we talked about this months ago. You guys, the Falcons cut Younghoe Koo. Fuck you. That was not the
Mm-hmm.
right choice. I said it from the beginning. Parker Romo, as soon as he kicks the ball, it looks like it wants to hook hard every single time,
Mm-hmm.
either left or right. It's got so much drive in his kick. Not like he's kicking the crap out of it or he's such a strong leg. I mean, it just has such a curve, just hook to it. You see it the moment he kicks the ball.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like, oh, and then sometimes it just goes in. His very first game he played, he was lucky to make any kicks, in my opinion. He got lucky.
Yeah.
And they convinced him when he made like 3 or 4. Like, oh, wow, we got us a new kicker. I'm like, nope,
Yeah,
that's
calm
going to
down.
cost you. So damn it there. Drake May, again, Atlanta's pass rush, 6 sacks on Drake May. For
Mhm.
Atlanta, you're like, we got to find a way to win that game if we're able to do that. Because honestly, Drake May's looked outstanding this year.
Yeah.
And they just found a way to lose, unfortunately. I did a little, we've been talking about it for Atlanta. Bijan Robinson, Tyler Algier. Something I noticed in this game, they played together some, and we've been calling for that, right? So in the first 8 weeks, there was 8 to 9% of snaps occasionally, somewhere between 0 to 9, where it was twice that they got up to 8 to 9%. That's usually 2 or 3 snaps. So they actually had played 2 or 3 snaps together throughout the first. Yesterday, they played 26% of the snaps together, which means they obviously
Mhm.
did put Bijan in the slot. I noticed that he was in the slot when I was watching it, and I was like, oh, okay. They've also had them both back there next to Penix a couple times. So it's like, okay, there's your opportunity. Something like that seemingly opened Drake London up. Do more of that, what we've been calling for. I don't know why it took you 2 months to play them 26% together, which
Yeah,
is
but not next
probably
week though.
10 plays, right? It's not a lot. They'd probably get 60 plays in the game, so 23%. That's close to 15. That's not
Mhm.
quite enough, but more of that. That needs to be like the minimum
Yeah.
from now on for Atlanta. I really like seeing them both out there, even though you do have to run the ball with Algier because he only had like 2 carries. If you don't run it with
Mhm.
him, they pretty much know you're
There's
passing.
no threat. Yeah.
You got to mix it up, but I liked what I saw.
Yeah. They had the package correct, but the play calling was a little bit atrocious out of it.
Yes.
So you want Algier to get some carries through that, and just at least say, hey, we're not afraid to run Algier, and Algier's a hell of a back.
Yes.
He might be one of the top backups in the league, but you got to show that, hey, we will run out of this package. So you can't just say, all right, we're going to play 2 deep man and we'll stop this pass. No, you gotta pound it. So it's okay, Yeah, maybe they caught one of our clips and said, hey, well, that's not such a bad idea.
Right.
But it's like, okay, don't just run passing concepts out of it, get some screens out of it, get some belly runs out of it. Do something.
Yeah.
You got to keep them guessing. So
Yes.
but it, like you say, it was nice to see an increase of that package, because it really makes it hard for the defense to think, okay, well, you could run a wide receiver screen with London or Bijan or Mooney or whoever the hell, and you could also run it with, you could run a sweep, or an end around or something. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of potential coming out of something like that, and that might make Atlanta hard to defend.
Plus, they cut Ray McCloud, so it's like, okay.
Well, he was acting like a dick, so
you're gonna double down on the kind of guys you have, and it's like, okay, so you got Drake London, you got Mooney, you got Pitts. You really should try to be playing both your running backs for a lot of different packages. I just think it looks obvious. So hopefully we will see some more Atlanta. Now, if they want to take another week before they do the right thing, that's fine. Do the wrong thing one more week and then figure it out after.
Yeah, be predictable in Germany.
I was impressed because Drake May looked awesome, but he was getting sacked a lot, right? Michael Penix had a QBR of 89. When I kept looking over, I was like, Penix is having a good game too. And I was like, every throw, I was like, he was putting the ball in the right spots. I mean, the jump balls to Drake London, they were perfect jump balls. They weren't like a little wild. They were like right where they needed to be. It came down to third downs. I just don't, like you said, with the play calling, Atlanta didn't get themselves put in situations to succeed, and they really could have won this game. Third down, they were 1 of 10. New England was 8 of 12.
Yeah, just a difference in execution.
Disparity. Like you lose on a PAT, and that's your third down difference. That feels like a bit of a missed opportunity for Atlanta. Also, New England with 2 turnovers in the game. It just feels like a missed opportunity. You could have got that one. So that one kind of sucks for the Falcons.
They definitely should have won. They definitely should have won that game. But but New England, man, it's just like they're just finding ways to win. Yeah. Their defense is doing just enough. Their special teams is one of the better special teams, and Drake May is having an MVP kind of year, man, and he's got to be in the conversation.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they've got it going on, man. They're hot. Probably, I think the hottest team right now.
They are definitely 6 in a row. They're definitely playing awesome. I mean, they've got 2 tight ends they like, Hunter Henry and Hooper. Diggs, every time I see him play, it just seems like, you know what, he don't look that old yet. Some of his plays, he caught one where he was in the middle of the field and he like juked inside, but he popped out and then he just went running right around everybody down the sideline. And I was like, he's not really supposed to be making those kinds of plays at this point. He's got a baby on the way, and instead, honestly, he looks like the leader of that group and allows everyone else to eat. Like, dare I say, he has really matured.
Very much.
As a veteran, like he's an official veteran now. Like,
yeah, he is a captain on that team. He's a leader.
You got Douglas doing awesome. You got Booty getting hurt. I'm just looking at that team like these guys, their chemistry is like off the charts right now. Like,
very good. They are very, very good. They're going to be a force to deal with, and I think
difficult out, no doubt.
Yeah, Diggs has grown up a lot. I think him being in Houston and being frustrated down there and tearing his ACL, I think he just got humbled.
Yeah.
And now it's like, okay, well, I have a chance to go to New England and work with a bunch of younger guys, help develop Drake May, you could argue he's the best quarterback out of that draft class, or at least right now. So
you could.
He's playing the best anyway, so he's excited. Like you said, he's got another kid on the way. Whatever it is, he's definitely eating some humble pie, and he's not immature. He's not sitting there complaining that he doesn't get more than 2 or 3 catches.
Mhm.
He's there celebrating and everything. You like to see it.
Yeah, I'm liking it. I don't want to be a fan of anything like Patriots,
Mm-mm.
but I will say that this version of the Patriots,
It's
it
tolerable.
feels like, you know what, they deserve their flowers.
Yeah.
They're playing really good. Vrabel, I wanted him on our squad somehow. I mean, they got it going on. I'm impressed. New
Mm-hmm.
England outran Atlanta, and you have Ramondre Stevenson out, and I just look at that and I'm like, you know what? Culture, toughness, tenacity. You can outdo anyone's strength. Atlanta's strength is running the ball, and they outdid
Yeah.
them. And I'm like, New England can take away your strength and make it theirs. They're going to be tough. They're not going to be easy for sure.
Nope.
I'm a little concerned to match up with them, dare I say. If we match up in some point, I would be like, man, we're gonna. This is so like rivalries renewed. Like, oh man, it's gonna be one.
2006 all over again.
But if we own them for a while until Drake May gets over the hump later in life, like that would be okay, right?
Yeah. Yep. I
Yeah.
would allow it.
Moving on to the next one. The 49ers and Giants. Every time I watch the Giants, I really just want to sob for them. I do. I want to cry. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I put on here Niners start to finish. They looked good. They looked impressive. They really didn't waver. Mac Jones starts the game 14 of 15. That's like his second freaking time doing something like that where he just
Mm-hmm.
starts on fire. He should
Yep.
be someone's starting quarterback coming out of training camp next year. He really should. Not that
Yep.
he's some just beast, right? I'm not saying that, but under the right tutelage, the right situation, he can be somebody's starting quarterback for a bargain, and he could have that Sam Darnold kind of uptick or the Baker uptick where you don't really expect it. You don't know what's happening. The Geno in Seattle. I always go back to those same guys. Now Daniel Jones in Indy. The right situation, which kind of is here, San Fran. Uh, they're going to have Purdy be the guy, but Max somewhere else, he could take a team to the playoffs. He's got enough
Yeah.
there to do it. Um, yeah, I'm just impressed with how he plays because the Giants defense, they didn't make it easy on him. They were all on top of him. Brian Burns was awesome, per huge.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, as sad as it is to say, I would probably bet you a Qdoba lunch that Mac Jones ends up in with the Jets next year.
Oh,
Which I wouldn't want anybody to have to go there, but that's like the only place that I think that he's able to go. And I think if that's his only option, if they try to trade him to go there, if I'm him, I retire for a year.
how about Miami?
No, I wouldn't want him to go there and then have to rebuild. I think he needs to go somewhere where they have established guys and he just needs to come in and be a breath of fresh air. Like I don't want him to come in and have to work with, new receivers, have guys who have been there and can, kind of bring him along and get him adjusted to the new place. But
How about
um,
how about Vegas?
Vegas would make sense too.
He puts
But there,
pressure
I
on a
just don't
veteran.
think right now there's not enough there to make me say, yeah, this is a good thing to go to. I
Well,
mean, you
you
got
got you
Janty,
got
but
hold on. You got Bowers, you got JT, and you've got a draft class that could be decent because they're going to have a high pick. So it could be
yeah,
more appealing the next season. That's the only reason I say that.
yeah. But if you're the Raiders, your line is garbage.
Right. So you
Your
get Mac on the
receivers
field.
are lacking outside of Bowers. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, because I don't think Jacoby Myers will be there next year. I don't think Trey Tucker will be there next year. I mean, they're going to have to make some moves, but
Yeah.
Raiders would make sense. But I think if the only places I could see him going would be Jets, Raiders, maybe Miami, like you said. But
Hmm.
I I don't know if I would want him to go down there or not because Miami's going to have to just clean house and get rid of a
Yeah.
lot of pieces. And like you don't want to go down there and be a rebuild guy because you're going to get hit a lot. You're going to take a lot of sacks, and it's going to be some growing pains. Like, you want to go somewhere where you have an established line that's not terrible and
Well,
get you a good number one receiver and a good back.
what about Cleveland then?
Dude, I think Cleveland is paying 70 quarterbacks right now, so I don't think they have the money.
All right, we get to this on a different time. Never mind. We got off
Mhm.
topic a little. Um, something I noticed for the 49ers that I thought, you know what? For their longevity, if they want to prove us wrong, because I still think that they could end up slipping late and missing playoffs just because they're going to be the eighth team and they're going to miss. Christian McCaffrey had 28 carries, and he was their leading wide receiver. Brian Robinson is not a bum, and he showed you yesterday that he's not a bum with only like 5 carries.
Yeah.
Give him the ball more. There's no reason that you can't give 20 runs to Christian McCaffrey, get about 10 to Brian Robinson, and then you throw it to Christian a few times if you still want to. He's going to be your leading receiver. There's no reason to have those 28 carries, which he had like not a good running average. It was like 3 a carry. Why can't you just run Brian Robinson a few more? I don't understand. Like, it'll keep Christian McCaffrey healthy. He's not a bum. That's something I would fix for the 49ers.
Yeah.
Like, Shanahan, balance yourself a little for the long haul. That's just me.
And like, maybe even do the Atlanta thing and have them both on the field at the same time. Because I mean, Brian Robinson, he's a good receiver.
Lord knows you guys don't have very many healthy receivers, right? So
yeah, they need to fire their strength and conditioning, whoever it is. Get rid of them.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. If it's the California air, if it's the poop on the sidewalks just starting to affect everybody, I don't know what it is. But maybe they're just depressed that they're in California and it sucks out there.
Yeah.
But
honestly, the movie Friday had to be shot in San Francisco because Smokey back there taking a shit. Anyway, the Mac lost that one fumble. That was about his only bad play. Burns was awesome though.
Oh man,
he's fast. I mean, he's just so fast.
He's a boss, man.
And his tackles, so he's such a pass rusher. His stats aren't going to be very large. Like, he's going to finish the year with 35, 40 tackles, probably about 17 sacks, a couple forced fumbles, and that's all he's going to have. And he's going to have other guys on his team that are going to have like 120 tackles. So kind of a lot of plays he doesn't end up doing anything, but he's a game-changing guy. The Giants have
just
so many building blocks for the Giants. If you're a Giants fan, it's like, just stay patient. Next year, I am not even going to kid around. You guys could be like a legit Jet team next year. Like, you really, really could. They could be like the surprises that we're talking about now with the Colts or the Panthers or the Bears. Like, a winning team after 8-9 weeks, or even surprising people and being almost as good like the Colts. Like, they really could. Neighbors and Scatabo and Dart in another year. Like, there's a lot of bright future for them. So just saying.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just you feel bad. At some point, you feel bad for New York fans. It's like, it's just another year of the same old shit. It's the same with Cleveland. It just seems like those 3 franchises are cursed, and it's like they can't do anything right.
Yeah.
But the Giants, they've hit in the draft. They've drafted very, very well.
Sometimes
very well. They've put together
one time, right? Sometimes 1 year of draft.
Yeah, but I'd say 2024 they had a great draft. This year they had a great draft.
Yeah.
They've knocked it out of the park, so they should be able to do a lot of damage next year. And I think next year, as long as everybody stays healthy. Don't fire Daboll at the end of this year. Please, God, don't do it. Do not do it. Give him 1 more year at least. Now, if they come out and lay an egg again next year, okay.
Yes.
Then do it. But don't fire him this year. Give him another season for the love of God.
Building there The
Yeah.
connection between
Well,
Dart and Dable, dude,
I would
it
argue
up.
what they've built. It's not what they're building. They've built the team. They have the team to go out and do amazing shit. It's just you need to fucking fix your field too. I mean, that field is god awful. You need to do that this off season big time. Come have somebody come in. Yeah.
Right? I mean, maybe.
Yeah, get your field right, because that field has caused a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
So get your field fixed, do what you got to do, and that way your guys can stay healthy and you can keep your team together. And then I could absolutely see them winning 10 games next year. But they gotta do something to get it figured out. But they got the personnel to do it.
Yes, I agree. Don't mess it up. Yeah. The next one we got here is Chargers Titans. I mean, the Chargers damn near became one of those other teams that get upset yesterday. I put on here, the Titans could have won.
Yeah,
and
they could have.
I'm going to go on a little bit of a deal here. They lost that game because their quarterback is just not good. He's just not good. They got a special teams touchdown out of DK, punt return touchdown. They got a pick six to start the game. They had 14 points scored, not on the offense, and they still lost this game. And they lost it because Ward isn't a very good player, and maybe he can get better. But his QBR yesterday was god awful. I believe it was like
toilet bowl
22 or something. He's averaging a QBR of 23. His best QBR he's had the entire year is a 40. He's not a good football player, and you understand that with QBR, it measures decision making. It measures time in the pocket, the accuracy of the throws. And I'm telling you, it's not just his offensive line is bad. It's not just his guy dropped the ball. He is not a good quarterback. And it doesn't mean he can't get better, but right now he's the worst quarterback in the NFL. He is. He's the worst starting quarterback in the NFL. He is showing his colors as a rookie every single week. 6 points. The rest of your team got you 14.
Yeah, no, I can see if anybody wants to say that he's the worst quarterback in the league. Okay, I'll give it to you.
I'm not saying
he's probably
better. I'm just saying what's right now.
Yeah. I would still argue that Geno is the worst quarterback right now, but
not
just because he's had maybe not this week.
Yeah,
but Geno has been playing really, really bad.
Cam has looked worse.
Yeah, but I mean, the only thing Geno's got going for him is they beat the Patriots in Week 1. But since then, they haven't done shit. And I would argue that only because Cam Ward is his rookie year, man, and he's on a bad team.
I know.
He was drafted number 1 for a reason. It's because Tennessee's awful. Their offensive line stinks. Their wide receiver core stinks. Their running back room stinks. Their defense, outside of Jeffrey Simmons, ass. Their special teams is great. DK's come on. He's a good rookie. Hell of a pick there. I think that you can build with Ward and DK, but you're going to have to go out and get another good receiver. You're going to have to get a dynamic back. Pollard's getting old. Spears is, as much as I like him, he's just whatever. He's a RB2, but. Okonkwo is not a terrible tight end, but man, their defense just cannot stop shit.
Help me out here, okay? Herbert was sacked 6 times. Cam Ward was sacked 4 times. The Chargers had 21 first downs. The Titans had 10. The Titans were 1 of 9 on third down. The Chargers were 7 of 13. Now, my question is, are you sure that Mac Jones would not have beat the Chargers yesterday?
Not with that roster.
Oh, come on.
Not with that
At some
roster.
point, can we stop blaming the roster?
No, because they're a terrible team. They're dog shit.
They
They were
got a pick six, 6 sacks
mhm,
on Herbert, a punt
yeah.
return touchdown, and you're just saying, well, Cam Ward can't do nothing because the offense is bad. I thought that
No, no,
Pollard
no, no,
was
no, no, no,
decent. I
no.
thought Sharp was decent.
No, he played like
Meyer
shit.
made plays when the ball
Yeah.
actually got to him.
Yeah, no, I'm not disagreeing that Cam Ward didn't play like shit and he hasn't played like
Yeah.
shit all year.
Oh.
But you've seen flashes where you know that he's got it in him, where he can do it if he's got time. But, it's just so few and far between right
See
now.
that right there? That's a clock.
Mhm.
And even
Mhm.
if this phone stops and never records time, it'll be right twice
Mhm.
in one day.
Yeah, well, he's right twice a game, at least.
That's what I'm saying.
But I mean, he was drafted there for a reason. Tennessee is shit. They are a shitty team. They just fired their coach.
I know.
They're in shambles right now, man. They have no direction at all. So I'm pretty sure that they're saying, okay, well, Cam, just secure us another number 1 pick.
But he's not doing it on purpose. It becomes
maybe
natural to him.
Yeah.
So I mean, do what I do,
Tennessee,
bro.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably put any other quarterback on that team, and you might get another win or two. But I mean, they're just overall bad. I mean, their defense is bad. Everything is just bad, and I just don't. They don't have any sort of direction. They don't have a culture. They don't have a scheme.
Mm-hmm.
They're just, let's just go out there and fly by the seat of our pants. We'll see what we can get. We'll run it a couple times. We'll pass it a couple times. If we can get lucky, then maybe we'll change course a little bit and we'll stop doing the shit that works. So they're just bad. They're a badly run team right now, and they need a lot of help.
I want to say that my bold take here is that Cam Ward will not succeed as a Tennessee Titan.
Maybe not. Maybe not, because I think Tennessee's years away.
Yeah, they're so far away. And I don't know that would be an indictment on the Tennessee Titans. I mean, obviously, if he went and he succeeded in the Dolphins in 3 years or 4 years, then it's like, oh yeah, the Titans just didn't know what to do with him. But he would be going back to Miami, so like all of a sudden, like he's home. There's a lot of things that go into that bullshit, and for me, I'm just like, he isn't going to succeed as a Titan. If I'm Tennessee, I am treating him like Anthony Richardson. I am bringing in a veteran next year that's okay. And then, honestly, because he's a number 1 pick, I'm bringing in a really legit guy the 3rd year and maybe considering starting the 3rd guy. But the option would be you bring in a Mac Jones or someone, he's going to compete, but we're going to try to lean towards Ward to build him. The 3rd year is the same thing we did. You have the different veteran and he's like been something 1 year at some point. If he looks nice, you play him and you just say, fuck you, Ward, you're the backup. They should do the same thing. The Titans, look at what the Colts did and mimic it, because there's no like foregone conclusion. I watched the Moneyball a couple weeks ago. These scouts don't know. They look at the tape. They look at these numbers. We don't know. They don't know. They look at it and they're just like, this is going to be the guy. I'm telling you right now, this guy's going to be a guy. They don't really know. They have no idea.
No.
They don't know how they'll develop him. They don't know what kind of things will break their way, won't break their way. They have no idea. Cam Ward, you have your investment. You play him all of next year as well. But you need to already be thinking, time to bring in some guys. Next year, we bring in someone who can play football. And then the next year, we're really bringing in a quarterback that we think could take the reins. Because you can't just assume that Cam Ward will get it figured out. I'm of the belief that in most cases, they don't.
You know what I think? And this may be a bold one, but I think the coach that they need to hire going into next year would be Lane Kiffin.
Bill Belichick.
Grab him. Fuck him. He's old and dead. So probably Cam Ward would probably start hitting on his girlfriend, and it would get weird.
All right, I'm gonna mark this spot so I can remember to take it out. You can't say dead. You can't say that.
I can't say he's dead.
I don't know.
Okay, he's dying. But Belichick is, if he's not working in North Carolina, he's not going to work in the NFL ever again.
I agree.
But
He's done.
I think Lane Kiffin would be probably the right choice for Tennessee to do, because he runs that pro style, an air raid ish offense, and he had a lot of success with Jackson Dart. He's having a lot of success this year, and I think that's the kind of offense that Cam Ward needs to run. And I think that Lane Kiffin could probably get it out of him. Yeah. So if I'm Tennessee, I'm looking at him seriously next year and say, I'm offering him money. It's like, look, leave Ole Miss, come up here, work with Cam Ward. We'll give you 2 seasons with Cam Ward. If you can't get anything out of him, we'll draft another guy, or we'll get a veteran. We'll pay somebody to come in here, and you can do what you can do. But I think that's the only coaching hire that they can make right now that would make sense, and that could maybe get some success out of him. Because if you just bring in some random off the wall kind of guy, it's not going to work.
I got one guy, Joe Brady.
That wouldn't be bad either.
Right?
I don't think that would be terrible, but
it's just Ben Johnson-y enough to work, right? It feels
just Ben
like,
Johnson-y enough to work.
Right.
He's still in Buffalo, right?
Yeah, he's the OC in Buffalo.
He's in Buffalo. Okay, yeah. So that wouldn't be a bad one either.
Right.
But I think Kiffin's offense is more tailored to Ward's style, at least that he played in Miami, and Washington State. So I would start there, but I wouldn't. Joe Brady does need to be a head coach somewhere.
He does.
He definitely deserves an opportunity. So I wouldn't hate seeing him get that position either, but I don't want him to come into our division.
Neither.
so but yeah, he deserves it. But
you give Joe Brady Mac Jones and watch out.
You go to hell.
All right. Anyway, that was all I really had there. Shout out to the D lineman playing fullback a few times for the Chargers. Matlock got himself a tutty. I immediately was like, who's 44? Who the hell is that? He's a big boy. And then they get to the goal line, and we find out, he's a defensive lineman, and he's out there playing some fullback. Obviously, they're short on running backs and tight ends, apparently. So they're like, fuck it, let's just play this guy, D-line.
Yeah, no kidding. So, next thing you put Jeffrey Simmons in the Wildcat.
And funny faces. I mean, you could go through Jim Harbaugh. He looks so frustrated on Sunday at so many different times. There's so many faces you could clip out of that just alone. You could tell he was like, "Are we shitting ourselves right now?"
Yeah.
Are we really?
I've always said he's the Gary Busey of NFL coaches.
Yeah.
Just psycho faces, man. That's hilarious. I love Coach Harbaugh. I will always be a fan.
Yep. All right.
Psycho, though.
Yeah. The next game we got Saints at the Rams. We don't have to spend a bunch of time on it. This one went as expected, right? First drive, Matt Stafford, 8 of 8, touchdown. You're like, ugh. I thought that Shuck, whatever the fuck. I thought he looked pretty good at times. He actually finished with a higher QBR than Matt Stafford, which tells you, decision-wise, he was fairly good. The Saints, I'm happy that they tried Rattler as long as they did, and now they've got Shock, and now you kind of like, okay, this is what we got, and you're going to finish the year, and you're going to, figure out what you want to do. I don't know. I just don't think Kamara tries very hard. They can't get him.
No, they need to take him out to the flower garden and just tell him to look and smell the flowers and just end it now. He doesn't care. I'm not having
fun watching him play anymore.
I'm not either. It's ridiculous.
Bell, when he's
Le'Veon Bell with the Jets.
Yeah. It's just not good. They can't run the ball.
Nope.
And they can't help those running or quarterbacks. I'm sorry. They can't help them out if they can't run the ball. There's no way to run the ball. They have no desire. It's just kind of disappointing to watch because passing wise, they actually have a little bit of talent. The quarterbacks had a reasonable running backs that could do something. Honestly, that offense would have some spots that they were moving. Even Rattler was able to find ways to get them to go, but
Mm-hmm.
it's just a little frustrating. What was the one thing? 30 first downs to 10, 438 yards to 224, 44 minutes to 16. So, I mean, it was a complete ass whooping. Rams just long drive after long drive. The first drive was all their drives, just nonstop, just pick apart, pick apart, pick apart. I'm disappointed. The Saints, they're playing for that number one pick. Someone told him March Manning was going to be there. He's not. He shouldn't even consider coming out. I think he knew that he had more to do. Like, he knew that he needed to play another year, make that NIL money. But yeah, he's not ready.
If he comes out, he's going to be a bust.
Yeah,
he needs another year.
He really doesn't need to come out.
Nope.
What did I put on here? Only 5. Oh, so they not only can they not run the ball with Kamara, they are one of the worst running teams in the whole NFL. There's only 5 teams lower than them rushing yards wise, and they're tied with only 3 touchdowns from running backs this season. Rush touchdowns.
Yeah.
And that's using Taysom Hill, which that really doesn't seem to work anymore. They need to redo the whole idea of how to run the ball because they're doing very bad.
Yeah, Kellen Moore needs to rebuild that entire offense.
Yeah.
Get Kamara out of town, cut his ass at the end of the year, get rid of Taysom Hill. You could build around Olave and Shaheed. Those two are very good wide receivers.
Can you trade a guy, though? Can you trade a guy that says he's going to retire? You can't, right? So,
well, no, you don't want to trade Kamara, but put him on the IR and let him just sit on the sidelines and street clothes the rest of the goddamn year because it's pathetic watching him run.
Yeah.
There's no effort hardly at all, and he doesn't break tackles anymore. It's like he can't. Yeah. He gets somebody goes up to him and sneezes on his ass. He flies 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So he can't. He's not what he was. Let him go. Just cut him. Be done with him. Let him retire and count his money. You can build, and maybe you can trade a Cam Jordan or somebody and get some picks.
Mm-hmm.
They got a decent defense, but Kellen Moore needs to reboot that offense and get new souls in there. Yeah. People who actually can do stuff, because I've seen enough out of Kamara this year to say he's just not the guy anymore. He can't do it. He had a great 8-year run, but Taysom Hill is a turd. He just get him out of there, and Jawan Johnson, not Jawan Johnson.
Jawan Johnson.
Is it Jawan Johnson? Okay,
Jawan Johnson. He's solid tight end.
He's solid tight end, great tight end. Yeah. Why is Taysom Hill fucking even still there? Like, he's a tight end, quarterback, running back, ball boy, ball bag. Like, just get him out of there. Let him retire to Utah, go back to BYU and do something there and have a couple wives and just sit around in his underwear all day. Who gives a shit?
If Taysom Hill became available in free agency or whatever, Sean Payton would fucking bring him into Denver. And then
I hope so. He will destroy them from within. I hope so, because then he'll start to vulture touchdowns from Bo Nix and Harvey and J.K. Dobbins and everybody else, and then they'll fight him. He just needs to retire to Utah and become a senator and just retire.
There you go. The only other thing I was going to bring up again with Shock or whoever the fuck. I'm going to do that every time. They had the ball with 51 seconds before the half and got down there and scored a touchdown. Their only touchdown of the game, and I was fairly impressed. I feel like they can figure out their quarterback thing, right? They got a couple guys. They're trying them out. They're doing what I think Cleveland should do. They're trying them out. The Rams.
Yeah, they're doing what a 1-8 team should do.
The Rams are really good.
Rams are awesome.
They didn't.
Yeah, but we knew this.
to win that game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. The Rams are gonna probably destroy everybody that they play for the rest of the year. They may drop another 2 or 3 games, but
Yeah.
we know the Rams are really good.
Yeah.
But I mean, the Saints, they're 1-8 now. What they did against the Rams is what they should do. With everybody else who's 1-8 or 2-7 or wherever they might be. See what you got.
Your ass.
See what you got. See where you need to fill the holes in running back, and then figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because right now they're dog shit. They don't have a whole lot to look forward to.
I agree. Moving on to the next game, we got
Please.
Jags at Raiders.
What a turd.
I mean, it turned out to be a crazy finish. Welcome back, Bowers, because the Raiders actually had some life on offense with Bowers, and 4 touchdowns for Geno. I guarantee you that he would do better than Cam Ward, but I'm not acknowledging it. Not by
why are you bringing up old shit?
I'm sorry.
Come on.
Anyway, God, why would I do that? 68-yard field goal from Cam Little. We knew he had it in him. Ironically, he looks better from 68 than he does from 34, which shouldn't work out that way. But
he got drug tested too. So
for whatever reason, did he get drug tested?
Yeah, they gave him a drug test at the end of the game, or they said that he needed. Maybe he went in to get it today, but they put a notice on his locker right after the game.
After a 70-yarder goes in the preseason, and they're going to drug test the guy for making a 68 that counts. Are you serious?
Yep. Yeah.
Anyway.
They got to do it.
Kudos to him. Like I said, even though he seems to struggle on the short shit, he was having himself a hard time. 68-yarder kind of resets him, so good for him. Just don't do it against the Colts.
Good redemption.
Trevor Lawrence, another end zone interception. Dude, I don't really think the Jags can trust Trevor Lawrence throwing the ball as much as they need to for how much he makes.
Yeah.
I mean, is he any better than Tua? I'm starting to think about them in that kind of regard. He can do good things. You're expecting good plays. That's not like he can't do that. But generally speaking, don't you kind of think he's an accident waiting to happen?
Yeah, he's a liability, that's for sure. But I think he needs to run more.
I was going to say the same thing. Oh, buddy, bring it in.
Yeah.
Come on, bring it in. Dude, he looks so much better when he's running around, right?
Yeah. If they would call about 5 or 6 called runs for him a game, I think maybe it would help him relax into the game.
Yeah.
But, maybe not make so many mistakes, but you are paying him a lot of money.
He tries to fit shit in some windows that's like,
yeah,
what the fuck are you thinking?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what he's thinking half the time. He does make some bad decisions. I will say though, I think I would rather have him than Tua. But I do think
arm strength, right? Is that
Yeah. His arm strength for
his
sure.
Arm strength is there, and his mobility is a little better too, right? You just
a little bit better.
He's much better in a couple things.
Yeah, I mean Tua's like one good hit away from a cabbage factory, and I think Lawrence is a little bit better. He's a little bit better. He can drive the ball a lot better down the field. Tua's downfield passes are just inaccurate anymore. And Tua's downfield passes is 6 yards down the field now because he always throws the ball behind the line. But, yeah, I mean, Lawrence, at least he tries, to move the ball a little bit and gives the guys a chance to go get it. Tua's just shit, Achane. Shit, Achane.
I think some of Tua at this point, it might be repetitiveness from Mike McDaniel and everything. I'm actually a little curious what Tua would look like in just a different system. Just have that little curiosity, and honestly feel the same about Trevor Lawrence. But Trevor Lawrence has had different coaches and this and that, and so it's for me, I'm That's not what's going to be the difference here for me. It's just like you need to like clean it up. There's not like a different coaching staff that's going to save Trevor Lawrence or turn him into an MVP.
Yeah.
That time has already come and gone. He's not going to play that kind of football, in my opinion. But he can still play you winning football. He can still get you in a position to win. It's just that more like he's not Peyton, he's Eli, right? Like you kind of know that he's going to kind of go a little awry, but it doesn't mean he can't win you big football games and maybe even win you the football game. It's just you know that there's a chance that there's going to be some fuckery. There's going to be some bad things you got to deal with.
He's either going to look really, really good or he's going to make some stupid passes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I get that. But, yeah, he hasn't looked the same since Peterson got fired. You know, he played really good when Peterson was there. He played better, you know.
Best he ever looked was Doug Marrone, right?
Well, I mean,
or no, Doug Marrone.
You could
Doug
say
Marrone
that
was their other guy. Never mind, I'm going too far.
Blake Bortles, yeah.
Blake Bortles, yeah.
But
Never
I mean,
mind. So that Doug Peterson was the one year that they got him in the playoffs and they beat the Chargers in the wild card, come back and won fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the best he's looked is that year for Trevor.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, I think Cohen can get it out of him too.
He can.
But you know, I just think that it's going to take a little bit more time. They're not going to get everything figured out in year one.
Yeah.
But they're already better now than they were last year. So, I think it's just going to take a couple more weeks, and then you know maybe they can pull some other ones out. Mm-hmm. You know, maybe they can charge and make a playoff push, but you know. Yeah. I don't know. I think maybe next year is probably going to be Lawrence's last year to prove something.
Yeah.
If you don't get any improvement out of him by next season, I think they're going to start thinking about drafting somebody else or bringing in a free agent. And they should.
Yeah. ETN, it seemed like every time he ran, he bounced off somebody's tackle and went for another 3 yards. I thought he played a really rough game. No touchdowns for him because Trevor took both of the rushing touchdowns in the game, which I'm fine with.
I'm not
being effective. Bauer's one-hand touchdown was awesome, and when the game got to overtime, I thought it was real interesting. First kickoff, big return from DK. They go down, they get a touchdown. Very next kickoff, great return from Mostert. They go down, they get a touchdown, and they decide to go for 2. And honestly, for the Raiders, I get it.
Why the fuck not?
You don't want to play
Let's steal one.
But I really thought we were going to get a tie in that game. I honestly did. I actually thought that we're about to get another tie. Instead, they go for 2, and it blows up in their face. They lose the game.
Yeah. But you got 2 wins, man. You don't want to do that. You want to do something that's going to, you know, if you don't want to tie, I mean, you gotta go for the win. And I don't hate the call.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, okay, if we don't get this, then okay, we have 6 losses instead of 5. Like, what are you gonna do?
Pete Carroll's face, it was almost like he kind of was dumbfounded, like, wait, did we lose?
Huh?
We lost? Did we lose? What?
I
don't know. He looked surprised. Like the play just kind of happened, and the whole it's over. And I think for him,
we're
at
the half, right?
Do we go back on D again, or what do we do now?
Yeah, he was playing the role of Joe Biden as Pete Carroll.
Moving on. The next game I have here, we got the final game, the one everyone was talking about. We got Chiefs at Bills. The Bills outclassed the Chiefs. Wow. Tempo. The Bills brought tempo, and they made the Chiefs defense look mid.
Yep.
I was surprised.
Tempo and tight ends, man. Tempo and tight ends.
There you go. Very first drive, 11 plays, 7 minutes. I mean, I just thought, ooh, okay, that's a pretty good opening response. Chiefs had
Yeah.
almost no rhythm the whole game, to be fair. They got
Yeah.
21 points, okay? And so you could say, well, they had a little bit of rhythm. I mean, they just had some plays go their way.
Hmm.
Honestly, they were Bill blunders, in my opinion. But,
Yeah.
the 4th and 17, everyone's talking about with Rice. Joey Bosa was not scripted to not sack him. That's not
No,
what
you
happened.
could see he was tailing Kelsey.
Yes,
He just didn't want him to break out wide open.
he got brushed by Kelsey, and as
Yeah.
he run up, he stopped like, shit, Kelsey might be like screening on this right here because he just
Yeah, but I
felt
think
that
he
way.
saw somebody pick him up, and he's like, okay, I can rush again.
And to be fair, when a defensive end like Joey Bosa in that game, who was awesome,
He was really good, yeah.
awesome. When your defensive end gets hit by a tight end and there's no one there to block, it's usually a throw to the tight end that just hit you.
Yep.
That's to be
Yeah.
fair. So
That was a
kudos to
great
the play
veteran
call.
move. Yeah, great veteran move.
The play call by the Chiefs to just say, we'll let Joey release, we'll check him and then we'll go for the deep ball. Rice gets
Mhm.
open. That concept, that was a good job because Joey should have
Yeah.
had him dead to rights, but it
Oh,
made
yeah.
him second guess who was on
Mhm.
fire. And it's like, that's some Andy Reid shit right there. And people are like, oh,
Yeah.
it's scripted. It's like, no, come
Beautiful.
on.
No, not at
Put
all.
your
Not at all.
football hat on.
Yeah. You got to think and you got to see what's going on. If you would pay attention to what's going on, not just between him and Mahomes,
The whole time.
but you see what's going on behind Bosa, and you see him turn his head, and he sees Kelsey. It looks like, oh shit, he's about to break free.
Yeah.
So I got to at least go back
He
so Patrick doesn't look at him.
He wants to be able to
Yeah.
tip the ball. Like he wants to be in that position.
Yeah.
I was surprised too that he didn't go after him, but I figured out pretty fast what he was doing.
Yeah, you know what he was doing, and it's like, okay, well, I'm not going to let this guy beat me, so I'm at least for a second, for a split second, Patrick's going to see him backing up, and he's going to look elsewhere.
Yeah,
and then as soon as he turns his head to the right, you see Bosa charging him again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so it's like, all right, well, a good call by both sides of the ball. You know, Joey by doing what he did. And, Andy Reid for playing that concept. It's like, okay, Joey Bosa's killing us.
Mm-hmm.
How can I get him at least to back off for a couple of seconds so Patrick can make a throw?
Yep. Kincaid was awesome. James Cook was awesome.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, he only had 3 incompletions in the game.
MVP, bro.
Yeah, I mean, this game here, it showed you, okay, you come into the game, you're in Buffalo, okay. Who has the better defense? The Chiefs do, right?
Chiefs do, yeah.
The Chiefs do.
Yep.
Buffalo has been had. They lost to the Panthers, I believe, at one point.
No, it was Falcons and Patriots.
Falcons and Patriots, and not Panthers, Patriots. So they lost to the Falcons and Patriots. They are the bad defense compared to the Chiefs. Mm-hmm. So the Mahomes has the easier test, theoretically, right? He has Rice back. He has Travis Kelce. He has everybody, right? Just about. Checo's out, but that doesn't hurt them as bad. Got Clyde Edwards-Helaire back. So shocker. I think we called it.
Disgusting. Yeah, disgusting.
Mahomes was 15 of 34.
Awful.
So
for his standards.
I'm going to do a thing. I don't want to hear any motherfuckers telling me Patrick Mahomes is the MVP all by himself. You can still say, I think he's going to win it. I don't want to hear anyone say Mahomes is the MVP right now. No. Don't do that. That's
he's not
incorrect.
Josh he's not.
Allen
Wins matter.
There. Just passed him on by.
I would put Drake May ahead of Patrick Mahomes right now.
There's a couple now. Mahomes fell on his ass against a suspect Buffalo Bills defense. Now, of course, they came in with a good game plan. Same with Pittsburgh to the Indianapolis, right? That's fine. Yeah. You have a good game plan and it happens. But you can't yell from the rooftop that guy's still the MVP. He fell on his ass. That's
yes,
what
he
happens.
Did. He had a subpar game, and for his standards especially.
Joey Bosa was on him. The deep ball pick by Mahomes, it was a bad ball. It wasn't even close. It really, really, really was not even close. Triple coverage, comes up underneath, ball short, pick. It wasn't a good throw at all. It really wasn't. Josh Allen, he shoveled passing fucking balls 10 yards. There's no comparison, okay? And we know how great
Yeah,
Patrick Mahomes is. He is great.
yeah,
But on that game, Josh Allen outclassed him. That's why I put
yeah.
outclassed.
He does it. He does that in the regular season. It's just God. I wish they would put it together in the playoffs, and I want to see them beat Kansas City in January. I don't want to see them beat them in October, November. We've seen it,
Yep.
you kind of expected him to win this game, but if they have to go to Arrowhead, or if they have to host the Chiefs in the playoffs, I mean, this is you want them. You have to see them beat those guys in the playoffs because the regular season, maybe it comes down to seeding and maybe
Yep.
it will benefit them. But I mean, it doesn't matter where they play. If they play in Buffalo or they play in Kansas City's beating
Yep.
all the time.
I get it.
So
I get it.
that's when you want to see it. And if the Bills fans, I'm sure they're happy to have the win, but just like, okay, can we do this in January, please?
Yeah. I agree.
That's Allen's next step. If Allen can do that and get to the Super Bowl, then he will be goaded then.
Okay. Did you think when Prater bonged it that Tony Romo and them obviously had jinxed him, first of all, because they're over going,
Oh, Jim, here we go.
well, what if he hits this, then they would win the game. But what if they missed him? If they missed
Yo,
to give
Jim.
Mahomes good field position.
Yo. We cursed him, Jim. Oh, God.
And when Prater bonged it off there, right on the money. I mean, he hit it about as flush of a hit as I've seen in a while. It's right on bang. Did you think the Chiefs were going to win?
No, I still didn't.
Okay.
But, I was clinched a little bit on that last drive. When he barely missed Thornton, man. I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
So, I was like, all right. As soon as they missed Thornton, I'm like, all right, now they're in desperation. It's going to be a desperation heave. And I was like, how did Mahomes not even make it to the goal line on that last throw? How did he not? This dude's got a cannon. He can throw it 70 yards.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, to see that. I was like, wow, he really shortchanged that pass.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wow, is he running out?
I
Uh-oh.
was clenched because I was like, please, just no penalties, just none. I don't care
Mm-hmm.
for who, for when, for where. I just don't. I don't
Yeah.
want the controversy in every big game. As a fan
Mm-mm.
of the NFL, you just want it to be clean. And it's
Yeah.
not. It's not. Oh, stop! Don't throw flags. That's bullshit. Don't throw flag. No, no, no. You got to
Mm-hmm.
throw them when there's a foul. What I'm saying is like,
Yeah.
even the players, please don't foul. Please play
Mm-hmm.
clean and
Yeah.
don't commit a mistake and allow the ball to go here and you knock it down or they catch it. Like, just be clean. I just want it to be clean because then you don't have to talk about, oh, the bullshit this, the bullshit that. You can just be like, wow, what a game, and
Yeah.
you just feel like there's the NFL for you right there. Boom.
Yeah. And I like the fact that they didn't get a flag on that sideline hit
Yes.
because I think that was payback for when he shoulder charged that Chargers guy in week 1. He
Yeah.
fucking plowed that guy over. I was like, okay, there's going to come a time this season where he's going to be on the sideline and he's going to get leveled, and they better not call it because he showed you right there.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you pull up and he's going out of bounds, he's going to put a shoulder into you to try to jar you, piss you off, and draw a flag.
Yeah.
So that the fact that he jumped past inbounds and then he got hit and knocked out of bounds, I was like, good on the refs for choking on that whistle.
Dare I say that's probably the best hit Patrick Mahomes has ever had that there wasn't a flag.
Yeah, well,
Any
the Buccaneers hit on him in the Super Bowl where he tried to do that Superman pass. I still like that one
that
too.
was good. Yeah.
But yesterday was very flush, and it was a clean
Yes.
hit, and it shouldn't have been flagged,
And
and
you
it
have
wasn't.
to wonder, Mahomes' head have to have probably bounced off the turf, but it's the game's at the end, and who cares? Like, it's over. Kudos to Josh Allen on the sideline because they panned to him as the replay to show what he was doing, and he was watching the ball, and as soon as it went in, he was like, yes, and then he got right up and ran to Mahomes and congratulated him. Like, fucking class, dude. Like, you don't.
Yep.
I don't know like who really spends their time being like, I hate Josh Allen. I don't see anything to hate.
Nobody.
I really don't. I don't see anything to hate about
Mm-mm.
him at all. He can whine about calls on occasion, but if I'm being frank here, if there is quarterbacks out there that deserve to complain about calls for what the Bills have gone through with the Chiefs and all the
Yep.
shit that's happened, and you win, you go into overtime, and they get ball first and you lose when you would definitely have fucking scored and would have won the thing too. You
Mm-hmm.
just didn't get the coin toss. Like just in general, if anyone can be like, "Come on, man, that was a foul" or something, he's allowed to do that in big moments
Yep.
in big games. Like there, he gets hit late or something, he can do that. That
Yep.
doesn't make him a bitch or nothing. Like he's gone through it. He's finally got
No.
his MVP last year. He's trying to get some more hardware. Like it's okay.
Yeah. Plus, he goes home to Haley, so
Yeah, exactly. All right.
can't hate the guy. He's got life figured out.
Yes, he's doing great things. He wasn't supposed to be this good. Is that fair? He wasn't supposed to be this
Yeah.
good.
No, I don't think they drafted him thinking that he would ever be an MVP for
I think
sure.
they were hoping he was going to be like a Roethlisberger
Yeah.
as far as peak, where he
At
would
best,
be
yeah.
giving you 28. He'd be hard to tackle, like 28 touchdowns
Mm-hmm.
with only a few picks, and he would be able to do cold weather games. He's big and sturdy. I don't think they thought, oh, he's going to run around, he's going to swing the ball all these different places, different angles, different. He's turned out to be fantastic. I
Yep.
mean, so kudos to
Easy
him.
guy to root for. Easy guy to root for.
Yep. The final game of the night, which was pretty awful of a game,
Oh,
I
in
pointed
more
out.
ways than one.
I put on here crushed before decimated, which the Commanders are. They are decimated now, but they were crushed in this game before, 28-0 at one point. Seattle was whooping their ass. I mean, it was bad. And
Yeah.
this is
With
pre-injury.
unknown receivers.
Pre-injury, Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels, he does not get hurt until about 7.5 minutes left in the game. Unfortunately, you could make the argument maybe he shouldn't have even been in coming off injury. Getting their
No.
ass kicked as bad as they were, 31-7 when he gets injured. Maybe he shouldn't have even been in the game.
He should have started. But I mean, once you're
Well, in
down
that point,
30 points in the fourth quarter, get him out of there. You want to avoid that stuff, and then he goes and dislocates his elbow. It's like, he shouldn't have been in there. And I think that reflects poorly on Quinn, and the ownership are probably going to be like, we would like to see him out of the game right there. Put Marcus Mariota in,
Yeah.
But yeah, feel bad for the kid. He just cannot catch a break this year. I mean, he's been injured a couple times. He's definitely good enough to win. He proved it last year. I just think this year Washington overall has just been decimated with their injuries and everything. So it's just seems to be the writing on the wall for those guys this year. It's just one injury after another. Key positions, not having your guys. Now McCaffrey's out for the year. He's given them big play stuff before. Terry been in and out of in and out of the lineup all year long. Can't seem to get right.
No.
And you hate to see it, but it's like at this point, it's like, all right, now we know we're not doing anything. We're not winning games or the division, and we're not going to go to the playoffs. So just see where you're at. Just see where you're at. Just get everybody healthy and come back and try it again.
Yep. And McCaffrey lost for season. They also probably lost Marshawn Lattimore. They fear that he tore his ACL. I don't know if they've gotten diagnosis yet, but I know he was getting his ass kicked by people like Pickens and all that.
Oh God, man,
But
everybody was on him.
Still a veteran on a team that really needs momentum shifting type guys, which he can still be. The season just isn't gonna work out.
And that might be the topper on Marshawn Lattimore's career. If his injury is that severe. He's not Saints Lattimore anymore. It's not 2018 anymore. So he's just, I don't know. I don't think he'll be able to come back after that one.
I said, I mean, they got whipped the whole way through. Horton had a great
Yeah,
game. They were up 30. It
Seattle.
was 38-7 actually.
Hmm.
4 sacks on Daniels. Mariota, when he came in, to point out, he did not throw a pass or get a rush. All he did was hand the ball off for their final stuff. So he did
Yeah.
not record a stat. Jaden Daniels basically played this entire game, so it wasn't like people going, "Oh wow, that's what happens when you hurt Daniels." Like, no, they got their ass kicked while he was in.
Yeah.
Darnold, 97.8 QBR. They opened the game on a 90-yard drive, 7.5 minutes.
You need to say that the right way.
90-yard drive. Darnold threw a pick, so keep that in mind. A 97.8 QBR, and he threw a pick. I don't know exactly how the numbers work in QBR as far as how much stuff's worth. I'm willing to bet that the interception is the only thing that knocked it from it being basically 100, right? You're at
Yeah.
97.8 with a pick. So
Yeah.
you were nearly flawless.
Yeah. That is what it's such a scary team that they have. I mean, they can't do any wrong. Defense is awesome. Offenses always seem like he's putting the ball wherever it needs to go. They can, Walker and Charbonnet having that 1-2, and they just showed last night how deep their tight ends are, how deep they are at receiver.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And they'll bring the tight ends to pull a Tyler Warren and be like, we'll do the tush push. Well, let's Darnold just stand back there and go like this.
Yep, that's all he's got to do. Fuck it. But he's having a great year too. So,
and
I mean, good on them for taking a chance on him, and it's working out.
Their defense is so good.
So good.
And I'm excited. We'll talk about it more later. We got Boy Mafe from them today.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. We'll talk about it more tomorrow.
That's a good pickup.
But their pick, Okada, dude, that might be one of the best interceptions I've ever seen.
Wow.
Where in real time I got confused of who was the receiver, because it looked like a receiver coming up, catching that ball.
He was the intended receiver.
Feet down and everything. I was like, wow. I was like, 39's a weird number. Oh, that was a defensive play. Wow.
Yeah. He showed that toe drag swag.
You don't see defenders operate like that. Obviously, he played two ways in high school. Just an athlete. And I'm like, my God, like the GM for the Seattle Seahawks is a fucking stud, because this team's loaded with talent.
Yep. They got their shit together for sure. They got another powerhouse. I mean, it's ridiculous, but
how could they create two Legions of Boom over like the last decade? That kind of pisses me off.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know if they have a Legion of Boom, but
Legion
that their front seven is just so big and so fast. Leonard Williams. Oh God, he's still a man child.
Yeah.
And DeMarcus Lawrence is still doing what he's doing. Like, a lot of people forget he's there.
It's just like, and you told me like last week, and I still have forgotten.
Yeah, see, it's like, man, it's like, wow, what the hell? Like, how did they let that happen? How did all the teams just like, hey, we got this really good D lineman in our room. You guys want him?
You know what's funny too? DeMarcus Lawrence is kind of like the Michael Bennett of the Legion of Boom, where he was a veteran that you don't really think.
Oh, don't bring up that sack of dog shit.
I don't like him either. But, hey, I'm more of a Martellus Bennett guy.
Yeah, Martellus is a good guy. Well, better, I should say.
Yeah. I think that just about covers it. Seattle looks awesome. So, I think that's our show, guys. We covered everybody. Enjoy Monday Night Football. we'll try to be back tomorrow to give you guys some more football stuff. And until then, we'll see you later.